The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We think it's the banning of
We
speech
are
First Amendment protection
anonymous.
material.
And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch jerk man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Ah, yes! Finally kicked those fuckers off the air.
It's about goddamn time. I got sick of those fucks.
Yeah, that G.J. Jerkman and Maxwell Silverhammer with all their goddamn
You know what?
anti-corporate talk.
I'm just be happy. We're gonna go celebrate right now. I think we should go do some golf and butt fuck one another.
Oh, that's the greatest. I'm ready. Hold on. Go get in the car here.
Get the hell in the other side. Another side. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, this is a great day.
I'm gonna start it up now. You ready?
These bastards.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bora Bora, here we go.
It's the STIM Radio Show.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motor. Do you smell fire? I think somebody lit a cigarette. No, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9, cause the STEM radio fam, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call HQ. Hey, Winfrey, you a musical genius, man. They can't paint it like a face is. But if the content is making you sick, take some Dayquil. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that irks me.
STIM Radio. The shit that irks me. The shit that irks me.
Welcome to the STIM Radio Show, where the man playing with a chord only plays with his dick more than the chord, Maxwell Silverhammer.
Yes, bitches, and boy, do I have practice.
I am sure you do.
Speaking of that, I had a lot of jack-off time this weekend. It was kind of nice, man.
So you got to sit back and just enjoy yourself in peace and quiet, pretty much.
Pretty much. Although, I had a few, had Sluggo wanted to come. Everybody wants to come to Nick and Night, man.
Well,
I don't get it. G-Motors and I are like the Jesuses, man. Everybody fucking loves our nuts.
but the whole thing's coming down to is you're going to have to find that replacement soon anyhow, so you better start putting the app out there.
Well,
applications to...
But kind of Nick and Night was sort of me and G-Motors, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it used to be U Motors.
And then Mac
Cruise
Metro.
Control, Mac Metro.
Yeah, that's it. The four of us, man.
Yeah, but now it's all dwindling down. So he's going to be gone soon. So what are you going to do? You're going to just be by yourself and more jack time?
Maybe it's more jack. I mean, like I said, Sluggo's cool, man. But there are definitely some isms that he has.
And he's just not. He's not Saturday Night Dude hangout.
Well, I mean,
all the time.
He can be sometimes. The thing with him. See, and this is the thing with him and Steve. I think. Is there's a time and place. Actually, I was kind of able to explain that to Sluggo, and he was cool about it. I was like, yeah, man, sometimes, I just kind of want to hang out with you, man, and, fuck all the bullshit and do what we like to do.
Right.
Because obviously shit Sluggo and I like to do is a little different than what G Motors and I like to do.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Sluggo and I like to listen to music, and we like to, improv and record shit, and, that's not really G Motors' thing. His thing is more, going out places, watching movies, watching TV, that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. So it's just different stuff. So when I explained it and broke it down for Sluggo, he was like, oh, yeah, man, I got you. So that was cool. So, but...
so no Sluggo night then?
No, I mean, there may be at some point. Sluggo night might be a Friday night, man, at some point.
So you're just going to maybe kind of like a football team when, when the VIP or the greatest one, they retire that jersey. You're going to retire Saturday nigga night?
Yeah, well, it'll always kind of be a nigga night, but...
What's what I'm saying? Are you going to retire it, though?
I don't know.
Because you're not going to have nobody left soon.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I can't come over and hang out. I mean...
Although it might free up other things for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'll have to start being resourceful.
Right.
and thinking of like other things that I can
Well,
do.
you said before you thought about dropping some of the nights of the show because of that, and you may not have to. You may just be able to take your weekends and do something different with them.
Well-
That's the times you can get out, because mostly that's the times everybody's out anyhow.
Well, that's it. So, and like I said, well, the show thing was more financial.
Right.
And so and that it looks fine so far.
Right.
I think we're looking good, but I was just
But
warning
I mean,
you.
if that was a part of it, this may be, like you said, like the other night when it come to the eating thing on Friday night. It's like everything pushed you in a different direction for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe this whole thing's falling apart on that end of it for a new reason for you to open up that night.
It's funny, man. You must be reading my mind because there's some other
I saw
shit.
that smile on your face. I thought something was up.
There's some other shit that I've been thinking about that's similar. Talking about things pushing you in a specific direction. And
Right.
You saw my Facebook post, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
No?
To be honest with you, no.
Okay. I mean, I didn't say much, but I did say I wanted to get a little introspective.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's interesting you say that because I was thinking this weekend too. Oh, just to finish up with Sluggo real quick though,
Right.
is Sluggo's cool, but here's one thing he does that's annoying. Like he'll open up a beer, drink a little bit of it, then put it back in the fridge to get it cool again, and then he opens up another beer and starts drinking that.
Why?
I don't know. I guess so we can be drinking cool beer all the time.
I guess that was a dumb question for me to ask you why he does that.
Well,
I figured maybe
he told me.
Yeah,
right?
maybe he told you or something, like why. Okay, he wants it cold, but then why don't you take what you drink and drink it a little quicker?
Well, that's it.
Or drink it warm. It's not going to kill you.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've drunk warm beer before. It's nothing.
I've drunk warm beer. I mean, there's times that I've been out at a place and I sipped it so slow that it's warm,
Yeah.
And people be like, "Well, you're gonna drink that?" Well, yeah. It's not gonna kill me.
Drinking on it, man. And beer does tend to get not like it's hot or anything, but
It warms up quick because you're holding on to it all the time.
Exactly. So it warms up, and you drink it, man. That's what you do.
Yeah.
But no, he would put the beer back in the fridge, and then he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna take one of these out," and I'm like, Sluggo. And I always wondered why every time he came over, I'd always find an open beer later, either in the fridge or just sitting around somewhere.
Right.
And finally I had to tell him this time when he was over on Saturday. I was like, dude, I really don't want a bunch of open beers in my fridge.
And
he's like,
his response?
And he was like, oh, no, it's cool, man. Don't worry, I'll get it. And he was a little more tentative with it, but it's because I was a little bit preemptive.
Right.
So otherwise, I think if I hadn't said anything,
It would have been the same story.
yeah, I'd have found a surprise in there. Because that was last time. I think G Motors found one. It was open in the fridge, and he was like, what's this open beer doing in here? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Sluggios.
Yeah, Sluggo's open beer. That, and he does, I can kind of see what the drivers are saying now. He does have a little funk. So.
Well, I've heard that from other people.
Yeah.
That there's a little bit of, but obviously.
Did you hear it as recently as karaoke night?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it wasn't that, but they also said that, he's 80 million times better than his ex.
Oh, God.
The scent coming from that was that of a skunk that was very upset and pissed all over itself.
Obviously. Oh, yeah. They both had funk, but his, I think, was just he hasn't like when he had the thing on his ankles, which he's finally had fixed, by the way, which should mean he should be able to bathe, but I don't think he's been bathing because, like I said, it's not repulsive. But it's not.
It's got a little bit of stink stunk there.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. He leaves a cloud. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Because I know there are a few times where I'd be like, "Damn, wow," And like I said, it's not a repulsive. If you've ever smelled a homeless person or something like that, but it's still like, ugh, kind of like
little unfreshness.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Unfresh. It's like, this is not.
Well, see,
good.
for me, that was always good because that night, then I did take him over to the bathroom a couple of times. I didn't smell it because my nose is always plugged. Remember, I always got a dick in my nose. It's actually my sinuses are clogged all the time. So that dick in my nose saves me from stunk funk.
Wow, you got yourself tonight. I guess I owe me something. Don't I?
You got to get yourself later.
Oh, and just a little talk about how much G Motors and I are Jesuses. I got a message on Facebook from his colon cramming companion there.
The one that's in the hospital or went to the hospital?
Yeah, who's been in the hospital with a bladder or gallbladder issue or whatever the fuck it is.
All right.
So apparently he wrote me this weekend and said he has pictures of G Motors and some guy named Martin something. I'll have to look on Facebook.
Making out?
Holding hands.
Oh.
And
what? Huh?
And
You're serious?
That's what he says, but I think he's full of shit.
So pictures of G Motors and Martin holding hands.
I don't know who the Martin is, but I guess it's some guy they went to school with or something.
Motors, you bet. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to even ride you on this one because I may just get to see the picture.
Well, that's the thing. I wrote him back. He goes, "I'll post it in a little bit," and I said, "Well, it's not going to do me any good. I can't see it." And
okay, but what was the context of them holding hands? Maybe they were at a Hare Krishna, concert or something.
Right, or it was some kind of thing that they were like an activity.
Right.
Well, I think it's all bullshit. Everything he said so far has
Yeah, I
been
defended
bullshit.
you, Motors, so you better not be texting him saying, "Fuck you, jerk man."
I wonder if he's in there listening.
I'm sure he is.
So, but yeah, he actually said that he had a picture of him and some guy named Martin something. I'll have to look the guy's name up.
So why is he trying to make Motors look gay? I mean, what's his whole thing behind all this? It's because he's in love with Motors, so he's going to try to discredit him. Yeah,
yeah. It's the catty lover. You know, like
Right.
You don't want me? Well, I'll show you, bitch.
I mean, it must be different for Motors though to come down to America and actually hang out with straight guys.
What's it like? Damn, there's actually straight people in the world. Fuck. Well, and that's it, man. I mean, the guy, just everything he's tried, from the I'm coming, which, by the way, remember he said he was coming in April?
Yeah.
And then he wrote me and told me the hospital story. And I said, well, so what? You're not coming down now? And he goes, no, I'm in the hospital. I've been very sick, blah, 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 blah. And
I'm sure Motors is happy about that.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Well, I don't think there was a trip to begin with. I think G Motors is right.
He may be, it could have simply been Motors is maybe upset about that, though, too. I'm taking a different direction on that, but it could be he's terribly upset because maybe he had to buy one, get one free to Red Lobster, and now his buddy's not going to come.
So where's he going to use it?
So what's he going to do with it?
He can always take me.
He could always get Martin or Marty or whatever his name was.
I don't know where Martin even is. He might be back in Canada or something.
And they can skip over to Red Lobster.
But I'm the guy who lets men take him to Red Lobster.
Yeah,
so,
well,
he
hey.
can take me.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I got myself.
Hey, look at that. You got yourself. Damn, you're good and you're quick.
Yeah, that's right. That's why the men like me.
I'm guessing.
So, yeah, that was that. So, yeah, it just shows you how much of Jesuses we are and how much people love us. And then, of course, Steve didn't try to come to Nigga Night this last time. I think
he didn't even ask?
No, because I think his wife was in town. So I think that was enough for him to.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, there we go.
There's Motors.
There's Motors. Let's see what he
says. Here we go.
Hold on.
Remember, I defended you, Motors, for a second at least.
Sluggo. His nickname is Pigpen. Fuck you, Jerkman.
Sluggo's nickname is Pigpen. Fuck you, German.
He just had to put it at the end, didn't he? Love you, Motors. No matter what, I still love you.
Of course. Yeah, he is kind of Pigpenny. I will say that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would say.
Not disgusting.
No.
But just like, ugh.
I mean, if I was a chick, I wouldn't sleep with him.
Well, that's it.
But
I mean, think about how dirty.
If I was a chick, I would sleep with women anyhow. I'm attracted to women for some reason, so I'd be a lesbian.
Hey,
apparently,
somebody asked me that the other day. Mm-hmm. If I could be a chick for a week,
right,
what would I do? And I was like, man,
You'd be a lesbian. I would be.
I'd still be fucking with other chicks. You know what I mean?
I would just, I would. I couldn't look in and go, wow, I'm gonna try some dick tonight.
Let's see what a man's cock would feel like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I wanted to know that, I would just ask you.
Yeah. You would ask me because I was the one filming you guys that night, and you would say, hey, how did that look when I was grunting? And I'd be able to tell you.
I don't know, man. Get some of those pieces of glass out of your teeth from digging your teeth into this table here. This thing is glass, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice table, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at first, when we first opened up the original All Talk a while back, we actually had Glass Million was talking about using glass, and at the time it was like, nah, that's probably not a good idea because people were hitting desks and stuff. But this is actually a pretty thick glass.
This has worked out pretty good.
This has been great.
So
now that I said that, it'll break tomorrow.
Yeah, watch now. Somebody will do something stupid.
Someone come in and smash the damn thing.
Or you're getting new shows in now, so there'll be all kinds of weird shit that goes on.
Yeah.
People bring drinks in and fucking.
The great thing though, the old desk at the old station I still have.
Oh, you do have that yet, huh?
We took it apart and put it at my sister's garage. It's still there. So if ever needed, it's ready to go.
Put it in here. Isn't it one of those weird ergonomic strange desk though?
No, it's like this. It's just this is more L-shaped. That is more corner-shaped.
Oh, okay. So it would work in here.
Yeah,
had
it would
you
work.
needed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it would work. It's a little bigger.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that fucking desk, man. That
was a
took
monster.
Took up the whole room, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a monster, but it was a damn good desk.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely worked.
Yeah.
For all the
Hell,
stuff.
Lauren Jennifer Gates crawled across the top of it the one time.
Did she?
Yeah, it literally crawled across it to get to me on the other side.
Damn. I just realized something about Lauren.
You love her?
She doesn't have a name.
You didn't give her a name in your zoozeum?
She has not been put into the zoozeum.
Do you have a chipmunk?
Yeah, I do.
Because she looks like one.
Yeah,
She's tiny and redheaded, so
I have a chipmunk.
I'll let you decide.
Something that crawls, huh? Let me think of what
something that crawls.
Might crawl. You said she crawled across the desk to get you.
Yes.
So
I actually had to tell her to please get off the damn desk.
I'm trying to think what besides spiders, some kind of spider. She could be a tarantula.
Why would you say tarantula?
I don't know.
Does she remind you of a tarantula?
Tarantulas, they're kind of big too.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
Yeah, she's more like a chipmunkish kind of, small, hyper.
Yeah, something that crawls and jumps.
Yeah. Muskrat?
Oh, yeah, I don't have a muskrat.
There you go.
There you go. She could be a muskrat. Yeah, I was thinking that the other day. I was like, I haven't named her.
So maybe you should pass that information on to her and see what she thinks.
I'm going to have to.
If she truly wants to be your muskrat.
Yeah.
If she does, we could pay Captain Tennille's song, Muskrat Love for you too.
Yeah, but they're both muskrats, It's
that's okay.
Kind of out of place when it's a goat and a muskrat.
Muskrat goat love.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Actually, that's a cute song.
She's single.
Who, Lauren?
Wow.
Well,
Lauren?
No kidding.
Yeah. You're single?
Nah. Nah, man. She's cool, but nah.
Right, just not that kind of.
Not somebody I would.
More hang out, friendish cool.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
She's cool and
Just
fun
let
to
me know,
hang
just
with.
in case you didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of figured she was. Yeah. I just how the
you
way
know me, just trying to play matchmaker like I always do.
Like the paratransit drivers always do.
Sure.
That girl in my complex.
Yeah, she's not blind though. I didn't try to set you up with a blinky.
That's true.
I tried to set you up with someone disabled. Well, she is mentally maybe a little bit.
Well, no, you just saw a single person, so
yeah. I just thought, I didn't see you being blind. I just thought, hey, maybe maybe you guys go out and hit it off.
Yeah, no.
Rubber muskrat and.
I think she would. I mean, like I said, she's nice and fun.
She loves her toes sucked. You love sucking toes.
Yeah, but nah.
You can go out on a date and just toe suck all night.
I don't know, man. Just not.
She'll be getting like 100 pictures of you doing it, but.
Well, that doesn't bother me really, but nah, she's too all over the place for me, man.
Too hyper.
Too hyper. I'm like, can't roll with that.
All right.
So, I mean, like I said, she's fun to hang out with, but she's all over the place, man.
Yeah,
so,
it's got to be your type, right?
Although it kind of surprises me that she's single, being that she's so.
Well, she says that she's not like that at her house, though. That's just what she does when she's out. She gets real, but when she's, alone time and stuff with a man and that, she's just totally the opposite. She's more relaxed, laid back. So maybe who knows? I don't know.
Well, I doubt it, man. I'm not going to find out.
So, Lauren, you're a lying muskrat, he's saying.
Lying muskrat, damn it. All right, we'll be right back, bitches.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil. I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your core like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money. You can talk to me, you can talk to me, we got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund. We have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses, everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. I love you. You are my girl. And hip-hop bangers like. 25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot. Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters, so turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We think it's the banning of
We
speech.
are
First Amendment protected
anonymous.
material.
And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch jerk man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
The only man in the world that shaves his balls better than he does his head, Maxwell Silverhammer.
Actually, that's probably true. Would you guys like to see?
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay, you sure about that?
Yeah, because
right?
you miss your ears when you shave.
I don't.
Your head's totally bald. Your ears are.
I don't usually shave my ears.
You should do something with them.
Should I shave my ears?
You should do something with them. I mean, some of those hairs are like you could be drunk getting dread soon from your ears.
I don't think they're that bad. I get like one long ear hair or something on each ear.
You know, I don't know why I can never say ear hair. I always have a problem saying ear hair.
Huh.
For some reason, it trips me up every time.
Ear hair.
Ear hair. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing okay now, but usually when I try to put it out the first time, I sound all fucked up.
You have trouble doing it.
Yeah, for some reason.
Well, here's the introspective part I wanted to jump into here.
Okay.
Something I was just thinking about. What I've noticed is anything that's ever been good for me, people have always wanted to shoot down.
Okay.
And have tried to fucking get me away from it, and later it turns out to be the best thing ever. But then again, on the flip side, everything that's been bad for me, people try to get me to go back to doing.
So apparently someone said something or did something.
Well, here's the thing. I was just thinking overall, like about a lot of different things. Like, for instance, the job I have now. Back in the day when I was working as a temp, everybody told me, "Oh man, you got to get out of there, man. You're not going to go anywhere in that job. It's a bullshit job, man." I had several people that wanted me to leave that, or would always tell me about job announcements that were, around the city, and I'd be like, "Well, I'm not really interested. I got a job." And they're like, but that's a temporary job. You're not going to be there forever,
Right.
So thank God I hung on to that, because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now.
True.
Another
taking their advice.
Another example of this, of course, is All Talk. I mean,
People told you to stop it.
Oh,
it won't be good for you. Blah blah. Whatever.
Get out of there. George is fucking you, and you should do it from home.
I never went to Red Lobster with you.
Yeah, just to Applebee's. Different.
We did go to Applebee's, didn't we? Did we go to Applebe's?
No,
I
don't think we went to.
Yeah, because I've only been to Applebee's a couple times.
We went to Burger King.
Yeah, the
Or,
night of.
I bought you dinner.
That could look kind of gay, though. I mean, your woman dumps you and you take me out for dinner.
That's true. No, wait. I dumped her.
That's true.
To take you
that's
out
right. Yeah, take me out
I'm
for dinner.
taking Jerkman to Burger King.
So that does sound kind of gayish, maybe.
That is kind of homo, and I'm the one who paid this time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I was the bitch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all right with it.
And then let's see, McDonald's. We've done, I had a dream about McDonald's. I'll have to tell you about that later.
Oh, remind me of my dream. Wait till you hear this one.
Oh, okay. So All Talk was another one. So many people, countless numbers of people were kind of like, well, why do you pay that much? How come you have fucking All Talk? And it's like, man, All Talk has opened more doors for me, not just having a show,
right?
But, the people I've met while doing this show. And
you've had a lot of people that you've looked up to in rap-wise and stuff over the years that have came on your show.
That I've got to meet. Yeah, that too. Well, just people in general that I've met. Like I said, I mean, some of the board ops, that I'm still friends with.
Which reminds me, what's her name contacted me the other day?
Who?
Destiny, or what? Remember Dusty or whatever? What was her name?
Diesel?
Diesel, that's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh, what's
she
up
actually
there?
put something up on Facebook. I said, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, Desiree.
Yeah, that's
right.
what it was, yeah.
And we called her Diesel.
Diesel.
So, All Talk's another example. My condo, is another example.
Wanted you to get rid of it?
Yeah, everybody wanted me to move, and like I said, it's been going on for years. Oh, you should get out of there, man. You should get out of there, man. That neighborhood's going to shit, man.
What do you think it would have been like if you would have moved somewhere else?
Well, I'm thinking what it would have been like if I had done any of this shit. Like, what if I had dropped my show at All Talk because of what people said?
What would you have been doing during the week?
Yeah, or what would I mean, who would I be associating with?
Would you have, yeah, and that's it. I mean, because obviously, if you would have dropped it throughout the week, you would have been doing something different. So you're not going to, for years on end, I mean, we're going on 9 years, so you would have been just sitting at home that whole time.
Right, I'd be doing something, but what would that
Maybe
be?
you'd have been married and settled down.
I mean, yeah, but is that what I'd really...
You know, I get them once in a while. See, that was a good one, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty good one, man. But well, who knows? Maybe I would have. Maybe I would have just settled for some chick because I was so goddamn lonely.
Yeah, that is true.
And then I would just, I mean, although to get me to settle would be pretty hardcore, but... You know, who knows, man? Like I said,
but years on end of that, you know, that can drive anybody to
and then
making a mistake, or you know, you've done what you've wanted to through this show throughout the years.
That's it. You know, what if I dropped the show and you know I was on dating sites and just meeting women and going on dumb fucking dates?
Coming to your house and stealing your shit.
Yeah, exactly. And just all this other crazy shit. Or like I said, my job. What if I had dumped my job?
Right.
You know, or
well, if you would have dumped your job, you wouldn't have done All Talk because you would have been broke. So
that's true.
And you wouldn't have had a chick because you would have been broke.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you found somebody that, you know, really gave a shit whether you didn't have money or not, or...
Which kind of leads me to the chick part of this.
Okay.
This is kind of what brought this up. So Tootsie Toes, everybody kind of rips on me for that.
Right.
You know, but there's nothing bad that's come out of that yet.
Yeah.
You know, we still talk.
Like I said, you know, I think it's a man.
Yeah, see, you're one of those people.
No, I'm just.
But you never.
You know that. I told you that before.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying it's you never know, man. I mean, it's just one of those.
You don't know for a fact.
No, you don't. But at the same time, you know, I don't think so. Obviously,
even if it was a guy, nothing bad came out of it. It's not like you slept with them or kissed a person.
Well, yeah,
and you just talked. So if it would end up being a dude, you know, you guys can at least have a conversation.
Oh, and I'd be like, hey, man,
come over for nigga night.
You built the perfect bitch for me, man. Yeah. But no, I don't get that vibe at all. But I guess the point is, this is somebody who's, you know, I mean, nothing bad, but everybody's, you know, well, you need to find somebody locally, or you need to do this, and I'm just like, you know what? This is what I'm happy with.
And everybody always tells me what I need to do with the station. So
yeah, well, there you go. That's why.
How many times I've went ahead and changed it. And fucked my ass up.
And found out how shitty it turned out to be once they gave me a suggestion.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go put it back the way it was, shut the fuck up, and leave me alone.
This is why I knew you could relate to this. Because, you know.
There's certain parts. You know, I mean, but, I can see them saying about Tootsie Toes, if you're literally looking for someone to be with, I mean, obviously you would have to look more local, because it's not going to happen with her.
I mean,
at least not now.
I wasn't even really looking with her. She just kind of crossed my path, man. I was Googling. And I found her.
Yeah, that's kind of strange how that works, huh?
Yeah, well, that's it. Obviously, that person's in my life for some fucking reason.
I'm with somebody that I never thought I'd be with.
Well, there you go.
Because the person fucking ran there all the goddamn time.
Yeah, I know, huh? They ran out on you.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, damn. I think I got to see her a total of over 2 years, maybe a half an hour's time. I know she says, no, there was a time when which is she's true, is right.
Well,
we did go down to that what's her name's retirement thing, or where she took off, and see, she's saying something in the background.
And I'm sure people have had shit to say about that too, man. Yeah. About your guys' relationship. And, you know, in anything, what's funny, anything that's ever good for you, people try to sit there and pick right away, look for the flaws.
I mean, they are truly shocked, and I am too at that same thing, that she's in the Army and we're together.
Well, yeah, that's kind of strange.
Nothing to do with,
but at the same time, has there been some? I know there's been a little hate and shit here and there. You know, like, well, where do you think this is gonna go? What's this person gonna do for you? You know, so the same thing, man. People pick apart. They love to look for flaws. Any little fucking flaw they can just pull out there and say, see, look how shitty it is. You need to get rid of it. But yet, some of those things that people want you to get rid of are like the best things ever. And the things that you should have held on.
So why don't you just wear a T-shirt that says, I'm not leaving Tootsie Toes?
There we go. I might as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I will make a show.
You make a T-shirt and wear, and anything, you should have T-shirts made up of everything you don't want to change and wear them periodically throughout the week.
Just letting people know?
Yeah.
Well, no, here's the thing. I mean, you know, and Tootsie Toes was sort of sort of the inspiration for this, you know, obviously what made me think about it. But then I started thinking about other stuff. And I was like, man, it just seems like everything that's ever good for me, people want me to throw away, and they always say I'm going to regret them. But funny enough, the regret would be if I threw them away or threw it away. You know what I'm saying? So there was the regret. Not so much, you know, oh, that's G Motors.
Is that Motors?
Yes, G
oh, man, we didn't even bust on your ass, and you're fucking sending us a message. Fuck you, Motors. Just in case. Just in case it's going to say fuck you, Jerkman, for no reason.
Let's see what he says.
Get you ahead of time.
Trying to call in and getting message greeting.
Oh, he's
trying
to call in. He's got a message.
Yeah, Motors, we may not be able to. I was having an issue with this today for some reason, and I don't know why. It actually logged me out, and I tried logging back in, and it says it's running, and then it says it's not running. So
there's something up with the phone.
Could be something wrong on their end of it. I don't know. But I just restarted it again, so by the time you hear this, you can call in.
Yeah, try it again, and if it's still butt fucking,
it's still doing it, then you know it's running. So it says it's running now. We'll see. Right?
All right. So, but yeah, and everybody. Funny enough, the regret people say you're going to have is actually you regret if you threw it away,
right?
You know, or got rid of it.
I mean, even what you did with Koala. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't have passed it up because
no.
You know, you got out, you did something different. You know, you always wanted to be with her. You found out it didn't work.
Yeah,
that
was. I don't regret that at all.
No.
That was great. But I guess what I'm saying is
apparently got pussy.
Oh, there we go. Well,
why is it ringing like that?
Now you need
didn't
to plug his ass
before.
in. It's probably got to plug it in the board. Man.
It's plugged in, but it's Motors. That's why.
Let's see if we can get. Yeah, it's just.
You there, Motors?
You there, Motors?
Hey, what's up, my niggas?
There he is.
There he is.
Now, who's this Martin guy that Jason's talking
about?
Yeah,
who's you holding hands with in this picture that was a male?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on with that. But anyway, the reason I'm calling in is because to tell you one thing, Maxwell, if you had listened to everybody, what they said to you about your condo and your job and all that, you'd be sitting under an underpass with a sign.
You're probably right. See, that's what I'm saying. All the good things people wanted me to throw away, well, shit. G Motors was one of them. Years ago.
Really?
Yeah, well, because, you know, he was much older than me. And my parents...
What? Has something happened? You bypassed him?
Well, now we're adults, so it's different. But, you know, when you're 10 and he's 21, it looks weird. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my parents were like, what's this older guy want with this?
You know, I just adjusted your voice because I realized, listen to the playback the one night, you boom in.
Because, yeah, I'm booming. I
adjusted you back, so if you hear it and you're home listening, you're like, what the hell happened?
What did he do to me?
Yeah.
Okay. But, yeah, no, and a lot of people...
I heard the part where you said... you and him went to Burger King. Which one of you wore the crown?
Jerkman, of course.
Of course I did. I'm the king.
He was the king. He was the king, queen. Well, he was the queen.
No, I wore the king's cap.
Oh, you wore the king's cap?
Yeah, you weren't. You wore the queen knee pads.
I thought you said you were the bitch in this.
No, not that point.
No?
No.
Well, I was paying, you know. I was like...
That's right. That's how I roll.
Wait a minute. I'm always doing that. Most chicks are taking the man's money, so I think I'm the man here, man.
Wow.
But, no, G Motors was another one. People were like, oh, you shouldn't hang out with him, man. He's way older than you.
Well, look, he's a great guy. You would have passed up on maybe holding hands with him and getting pictures taken someday.
Yeah, and having his...
Fuck you jack off.
And having the man who loves him writing me on Facebook.
Right. I mean, you would have missed out on all this.
I mean, man, fuck. So, yeah, that was another one.
Motherfucker writing you again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, did you hear that part? When I was talking?
No.
Oh, yeah, he wrote me on Facebook and says he's got a picture with you and some guy named Martin.
Holding hands.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's last name. I'll have to go home and look. But
yeah, supposedly we went to school together or something like that?
Yeah, you're holding hands with this Martin. Do you remember a Martin at all?
The only person I knew was Martin Crawford, my old roommate.
That's him.
That was way before Jason came in. Hell no, would I ever hold a hand with a guy.
That was his name, Crawford. Yes, Martin Crawford. I remember that.
Apparently he's got a picture of you.
So full of shit. He's such a fucking homo fucking hair-wearing nigga.
Well, I told him, I said, well, dude, it's not going to do me any good if you post that. And he was like, yeah, but G Motors can see, you know. And I'm like, oh,
wow.
So he wants me to like take you to his page. You know what? I should go there and be like, hey, we didn't see anything, dude. Where's the picture?
Did he post it that you know
of? I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, you're welcome to go to his.
I want to see what he looks like on Thursday, man, when I come over there.
All right, we'll pull him up, man. We'll pull him up. I'm actually, I'm gonna take.
The trick with this, he's got like hair plugs, and he looks like a bit of a fucking psycho, huh?
Yeah, he's got some issues. You can see that. Obviously, there's some. The elevator's not hitting top floor there.
Oh yeah, but
the oars are not fully in the water.
Well, somebody's oars in his water, I think.
He wants it in your water, but
he wants to paddle through your.
He wants to go in your love canal.
on the
Fuck that.
on the Query Canal.
You know what I ate and I never a little bit.
I'll pull. Yeah, when Thursday when we hang out, because I'm actually going to take Thursday down, man. Because I'm.
Oh, so you're not going to be here Thursday night?
I will not be here Thursday night.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's a big heads up. So cool.
There we go. Yep. And I know you like big heads up. So I figured that's why I give that to you.
Really?
Yeah.
So you want to go there?
Well, I just thought
I'll go
calling
there.
about that Burger King thing you guys said. I was the curiosity was really killing me. So I really wanted to know who were in the fucking town.
And Sluggo being Pigpen, did you smell him this time?
No, not so much because he was like across the way from me, sitting in that little chair by the TV.
See, I got a whiff of him this time, and I was kind of like, "Oh, damn, nigga." So he was.
And he always passed by you to go get his beer. Oh, is he still? He was still putting another fucking full can in the fucking fridge again, open.
Yeah, he was doing that shit. We get another call.
Hang on a second.
Who's that? Oh, Jerkman's getting a. Okay. Yeah, it's he was doing that, man. He was putting, he'd open one can and drink it, and then put the other one back in the freezer and open another one. So that was a real.
What a fucking waste of beer. That guy's such an idiot.
Well, that's when. Remember, you had said to me one time, "Who left an open beer in your fridge?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah, it's not the first time, because Cruise Control had already moved up to Oregon, but he never ever did that. He always finished his beer.
Yeah, and I think there may have been like one time he may have left an open beer sitting out or something, but most of the time he was pretty.
Not very often.
Yeah, no, he was pretty good with catching that.
That's a Sluggo fucking trademark there, Dave.
Yep. Oh, totally. And that's what I was telling him. I was like, dude, don't leave. I don't want a bunch of open beers in my fridge. And he was
I know, man. If it falls over, it ends up dripping onto the fucking floor. It can cause ants and make your floor sticky.
Yeah.
And who the hell wants to go on a sticky floor with bare feet?
Well, there you go.
But it's all right because they'll be drunk ants. They're easier to splat.
Oh, is that it? Because they'll be too drunk to like move?
Yeah, they just knock into each other and shit, and they don't form a perfect formation like most ants do. They're just drunk. I mean, you have little camps around with AA meetings, but
Floor waddling side to side like that.
Yeah, drunken ants.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But you think as a blind person too, like why would you do some shit like that, man? So I think you'd have a little more common sense.
Oh, God.
Although he doesn't. Then again,
Well, I'll see you Thursday, man. I just thought I'd call in about that fucking Burger King thing. I just wanted to know. Like I said, I was curious.
All right, man.
Wearing the paper crown that night.
Cool, man.
all right, cool. Well, thanks for calling in, and when we get that picture, we're going to Photoshop it with some stuff into it for you.
Yeah.
Of you
Yeah,
holding
you
hands and
you
all.
fuck.
We're gonna put nice little
You know
pink
what,
pants
you
on you.
We'll put the king hat on you.
Yeah.
You know what, you fucks?
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll see you Thursday.
All right.
All right,
Have
later.
fun.
All right,
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So yeah, that was G Motors calling in, and where did I lost my train of thought? See, man.
Getting old.
Look. So it was, the guy was named Martin Crawford. That's right. That's the name I was
Martin
trying to
Crawford.
think of. So anyway, just to finish up though, but on the flip side, a lot of the bad shit that was really bad for me, people wanted me to stick with.
Like?
And, well.
Shell?
Yes, that was a one. Matter of fact, when I broke up with her, everybody was like, well, you shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And, maybe you guys will at one point get back together. And
Really?
And I actually had somebody at one point. You trying
I just adjusted because I'm trying to get you peak a lot.
Okay, well, yeah, but it doesn't. You can't always go on that, man.
All right.
I'm just playing. but I'll have to tell you when I get home. I guess when I listen to it. But no, a lot of people with Shell were just like, oh, but she was so good for you, and she.
Where do you
cared
think
for
you would have been if you would have taken her marriage proposal on Christmas and taken it and said, "I do,"
I wouldn't,
or "I will"?
I wouldn't have been at All Talk. I wouldn't have been doing a lot of stuff I'm doing now.
Wow.
So
I think you would have been happy.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely.
So
not.
you definitely know that part of it.
So Shell was one example. Rapping was another. People always, oh man, you should get back into the rap game, man. You should do. And I'm thinking, well, all it was doing was draining me of money. I wasn't getting anywhere with it, and I was just going around, trying to fucking kiss the ass of these motherfuckers that didn't give a fuck about me or take me seriously. So that wouldn't, if I stuck with that,
right?
What would I be doing right now? There wouldn't be any show at All Talk. I wouldn't get to network with all the people that
you think maybe she would have came around, saw the error of her ways, been a better woman, and you guys would have been married happily ever after. You guys would have taken this show and made it into something great, possibly spun off onto NBC or something, and had your own sitcom, and then, been famous, and could have afforded to get her plastic surgery and her hair removed off her back.
Wow, that was good. You do come with the good jokes.
Hey, thanks.
So
I try.
That kind of shit. Shell was one. Like I said, the rap thing was another.
Right.
What was another thing that somebody tried to get me to keep doing? And I was just like, man, fuck that. It was something they wanted me to go back to. I know there's been a lot of...
Well, yeah, the rap stuff, obviously.
Yeah, the rap, fucking Shell, just other...
It's had to have been more than that.
Oh, I know. There's been other stuff. I'm just trying to think. What were some other...
Picking your nose while you're live on the air? Was that another thing?
No, that's good. That gets out the boogers. Oh, wow. That one feels like mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's great. Sure. Mayonnaise snot.
Yeah. Put it on your sandwich.
I will throw the fuck up on you, okay? I'm just telling you, forewarning now.
Can I blow it?
It may look like it's coming from the camera from the angle, like the camera just spewed all over you.
At least I didn't eat it.
You will if you're talking and I'm puking. It could be projectile. I don't know.
If you do puke, I will eat it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
At that point, I'm like, okay, fuck it. He's already puking. So, yeah. What other? Well, having Sluggo as a roommate. People were kind of pushing that for a while too.
Right.
His parents, him. Well, couldn't he stay with you? Couldn't he be? And it's like, no, it's not an option.
Right.
So, yeah, those are some of the bad things that people want. Or just, they want you to be like some of my old college buddies. I told you about them.
Right.
That really haven't grown up from college. They would like the old Maxwell, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they want the 1997 Maxwell that stays up late and hangs out. And
I want the 1997 George Carson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I guess he'd be interesting, huh?
Yeah, he was interesting.
Man, what did he do?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh, really?
No, I was on the radio back then. I think it was 97.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was still on.
Were you working in radio? Huh?
Yeah, I was on a radio station.
Oh, cool.
Actually, a couple radio stations, I think.
Oh, okay. Is that when you get the big popularity, man?
Yeah, well, actually, my biggest popularity on radio was back in like 95.
So what,
95, 97, somewhere around there, yeah.
do you regret leaving those or no?
No, that for me, when I did that, it was kind of like I was forced out in a way. I actually had a mini heart attack at the age of 27.
Oh.
I was working way too, like I do now. I worked way too much, except for then I drank way too I was a heavy drinker. I was constantly partying. I was jumping from club to club, DJing, and then I worked radio stations too. And I was all over the place. I just literally burnt myself out to the point of stressing myself that I just, while I was on the air, had a mini heart attack.
Well, I'm trying to think. Let's see. Would that have been right? Because in 97, I was 22. So that would have made you like 30, 31 or something, huh?
Yeah, I was pretty fat too then.
Oh, okay.
I had gained a lot of weight after the heart attack. They put me on some medications. You could actually see over a period of 3 months how I started ballooning the fuck up.
Damn.
I mean, literally, because I had a camera at the time I had gotten, a video camera, which was back then those VHSs, the huge fucking things.
Right.
And I was going around filming everything, and people would film me. And you could see me just over, like I said, a 3 or 4 month period getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was like,
weird.
wow.
So you were like ballooned up.
Yeah, with the medication, I mean, it was a side effect. You could gain weight from it. You could lose weight from it. Of course, I got the gain weight. But thank God I got cancer now. Lost it.
See? And everybody says that cancer's a bad thing. See,
Can't always say everything's bad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The negative can turn good.
Well, but it's just funny that sometimes some shit's for a reason, and people want you to. I mean, not saying I think you should get rid of the cancer, obviously, but hey,
right.
Shit does happen for a reason sometimes,
right?
For whatever may be the cause. So, not necessarily cancer, but just other things, like I said, people try to pick apart a lot of the things that were good for me,
right?
And try to find shit that wasn't working for me. So, yeah, we're almost coming to the end of this.
You know what works for me?
A break, huh?
The music when I started up.
Yeah, and then we can come back and talk about our dreams.
We can talk about these dreams. Trust me, mine's really, really fucked up.
Oh, shit.
Most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil, I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck, 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 stuck. In your car like I'm stuck, 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 stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money. You can talk to me, you can talk to me, you can talk to me. We got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund. We have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. I love you. You are my girl. Hip-hop bangers life. Hip-hop bangers life.
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch jerk man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Welcome back to the STIM Radio Show. With the man sitting across from me, made love to his Sasquatch and loved it, Maxwell Silverhammer.
Yeah, bitches. Hour 2, segment 3 of the shit that fucking irks me. And yeah, that's what I did one time. I'll admit it. So I thought of one more bad thing and one more good thing that people try to get me to do.
Okay, what would they be?
Well, the good thing that they try to pull me away from was the college I chose.
Okay.
So I wanted to go to UNLV. And everybody else wanted me to go out of state. And they were like, oh,
they were
man.
just trying to get rid of you.
They're like, if you go there, man, they're not set up for blind people.
Look, Bobby, you can convince him to get him the fuck out of state.
Well, actually, it was my parents.
Oh, wow.
Well, not so much my mom, but my dad really wanted me to go out of state.
And he still loves you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and it was funny because he wanted me to do, he was like, their disability resource center is shit, and they don't have the equipment and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. And, they wanted me to go to like a school that was better set up for that kind of thing. And,
right.
And everybody kept telling me, I had teachers that were even saying, you're going to fail miserably there and you're not going to be able to get, you're not going to pass.
And I guess you didn't.
No, pass with a dual degree in criminal justice and communications. So
dual degree.
Yes, a dual degree, man.
Wow.
Double degree. So, and as far as another bad thing that people wanted me to keep, what was it? Oh, fuck it. I had it and I lost it. God damn it. I remember the college.
And I didn't fuck with you this time.
No, you did not. That was all
That's
on
all
me.
old age.
Hey, God damn it. What was I going to say, son of a bitch?
What if he's still alive?
Who?
The guy you just mimicked.
That guy?
Yeah,
he is. He's sitting right across the desk from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What was it, man? God damn it. There was something bad that somebody wanted me to stick with, and I was like, why am I doing... Oh, the improv group.
Oh.
Yeah. And that even like Cruise Control was always like, got the improv bug back, man? And I'd always be like, no.
Right.
And he'd be like, oh, man, I think you should. And I've had people from the group telling me I should come, play with them, come to a show with them one time.
Uh-huh.
And they've been trying to push me back that way. And I'm just like, what's the fucking point? Not that it was horrible for me, but it was just
not interested.
Yeah, after a while it got old, and it's like the people that were there were kind of lame asses, and I really didn't care for them that much, and it was like, what's the point?
You don't like lame asses.
Nah, it just wasn't my thing. Too many lame asses. So anyway, that's that was something bad that people tried to push me to. But let's talk about this dream you had, man.
Oh, fuck. All right. Here it goes.
All right.
I had a dream last night, and I could say dream, but I should have said more like nightmare.
Oh, man.
But I was out doing some stuff, and I was with everybody. And
who's everybody? Like the family? Or?
Well, no, just all of us. It was like all of us in different places, but I was running into people as I'm out doing these things.
Okay.
And I was driving down the road, and I stopped by this little place and it looked like a Chinatown sort of setup. But it was like really weird. It was a weird Chinatown setup. It was a bunch of little buildings around and stuff like that. And I'm walking around. God bless you. And I'm walking around, and I look, and I'm looking in all these windows, all this cool stuff and everything. And I come on this window, it's like a bunch of weird lights, and inside of it, I saw these big pair of boobs, and I thought, oh shit! And I looked, it was V.
Oh shit!
She was working as a prostitute, and
in Chinatown.
And Chinatown.
Oh,
and
wow.
And she like motioned for me to come in, and I'm like, okay. And for some reason, it was like an open. It was closed at first, but then the place was open. So you know how your dreams kind of like jump around a little bit.
Yeah, and things change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm inside of there, and she's telling me how she wants to get back together and all this weird shit, and that she's only been doing prostitution for like a year and a half now.
Oh, wow, yeah, it makes you want to take a right
and all
back.
this weird shit, and she kept trying to kiss me and that, and I'm like, oh, get the fuck off of me. And it was just a really fucked up dream. I mean, I must have been. I woke up and my fucking sheets were like all over the place and that, so I must have been like really wrestling around in my sleep, like no.
Must have been. Well, it kind of shows you that something that you once wanted more than anything.
Yeah.
Turns out you don't want it all.
Yeah.
And I think that's your mind saying, "Do you really want this?" And you're going, "No, no, no, no."
Well,
no.
and it's like I said, your mind does do things that you get set used to something and you don't want it to change, even though it should change.
Yeah. And then when it has changed.
Yeah,
then you're like, oh my God, I would never go back.
Yeah, you realize that something that you thought would have been something that should have been really should not have been.
Right. Well, like all talk going back to audio.
Yeah, all talk. I mean, if we ever went back to audio, I may offer that service as like a podcast to just give them audio for people that don't want the video.
Right.
But we're never getting rid of video. We're never taking that full step backwards.
Right. See, that's the thing. It's kind of weird for somebody who hates change so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure very, I don't like the backwards change either.
Right.
Like I don't like going back to what something was either.
Right.
Like I'm always afraid of, I have those dreams that I'm back in high school at my age,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting in the old class and with old classmates, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to be here. I shouldn't be here. What the fuck am I doing? I've got a life.
Right. Yeah, you do have those things. And like I said, for me, that was just that dream was just so real. It was just so fucked up. I mean, just going back to that, and at one point in time, how I felt. I was like, yeah, I would try to like to get back and work it out and blah blah blah. And here in the dream, I run into her, and I'm trying to get the hell away.
Well, now it's your mind is different.
Yeah.
At one time you may have wanted to work things out.
At one time, well, if you remember correctly, when we first separated, it was that August then that she actually came back for that week, and we spent at the hotel.
That's
and
right.
we were supposed to be working on things and that, and we were talking and doing all that stuff, and I would go from All Talk down to the hotel and stay with her for the night, and
Yep, I remember
and
that.
back and forth.
Oh, that's when your mom caught her here, huh?
Yeah, that was the last day that she was at All Talk, and she was packing up her stuff to go back to California.
That was so bad.
Yeah, and my mom walked in, and V's standing there, and they looked at each other, and
this was like the showdown of Jesse James versus fucking. I don't really not too hip on the westerns, but
the weird thing about it was
Doc Holliday or somebody.
Thinking back on it, we never really we were supposedly working on things. But it never came to anything. I mean, we never went to that next step. It just kind of just fizzled away.
But that's how V gets down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how a lot of people get down, man. They're treadmillers. They don't go anywhere. They don't, make any progress. And see, that's, I guess, my whole point to this whole fucking thing that we were talking about.
Right.
If it's not about building or moving forward or progress, then what the fuck is it doing in your life? You know what I'm saying?
There's sometimes that things will just stay steady. And there's nothing wrong with that, because without steady too, you can fuck your life up.
Well,
I mean, obviously, like if you wasn't staying steady and you were just a spontaneous person with everything you did, you wouldn't have a job for a long period of time. You wouldn't, because trust me, I know what it's like to live with somebody that is way too spontaneous.
But you know what? Steady is progression too, though, man.
Well, yeah, steady is progression, right? I mean, you stick steady with something, you're building that as you go, and you're staying strong, hold to it.
Yeah, it's like, well, even doing the show, not every show is, I guess every show is different, but you know what I'm saying? I come here, I do the show,
right?
It's not like, but at the same time, we might just have a killer show one night and, and just be like, God damn, that was dope.
Yeah.
And then you learn something from it,
Yeah.
So steady is building. I think just stagnation, when you're stagnating and falling backwards and shit isn't good, And that's when you go, okay, man, this is when I got to do something, you know?
Well, and sometimes it's like, I don't believe that in the beginning of me and her's relationship that it was total destruction.
No.
I just think over the years, got taken. It was too far to take anything back.
Well, that's it. Now, at that point, you guys were locked.
Yeah, the mistakes that were made were too great to undo.
Yeah, the engine was stuck in park.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas opposed to if your engine's moving, your vehicle's moving too.
Right.
So.
But along with that, I've progressed over the years. Things have changed for me dramatically.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm no longer at the same place I was at for almost felt like forever.
Right. And then your mindset.
My mindset changed. My the way the stations ran, the whole station has actually changed. None of this stuff is any of the original All Talk stuff at all.
No. Like if somebody saw this now, just from like a distance,
yeah,
like a dead person, like for instance Rose Moore,
right?
If she were to look down and somebody would say, "Hey, that's the old All Talk," she'd go, "No, it isn't. That's not All Talk."
I don't remember any of that stuff.
Unless she saw our faces.
I mean, the microphones are similar, but they're not the same ones. These are all brand new.
Exactly. Or if she saw our faces, and recognized us, obviously. But
she wouldn't recognize me as much.
No, she'd have to. But she could eventually know it's you.
Well, I'd hope so. My face. I mean, I look different a little. I'm still me, but
right.
I mean, I'm just not chubby cheek little fat fuck.
Yeah, but you're still Jerkman.
I'm still Jerkman. Exactly right.
You can still see the dick lodged.
Almost the same Jerkman. I've changed quite a bit over the last year, I think.
Yeah. Well, and see, this is, and one more thing going back to Tootsie Toes.
Mm-hmm.
At least we're it may be something minuscule, but at least we're building on something in the sense of, hey, we're talking, we're learning more about each other, as opposed to just some stupid shit where you're stuck, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or it's like, okay, this is pointless. What the fuck am I doing? So at least we're no matter how minuscule it is, even if it's just an internet friendship,
right?
Hey, at least we're building on that. We're learning more and more about each other and talking to each other, about different shit. I've told her some shit recently, and she told me some shit recently that it was like, oh, fuck, I didn't know that.
So you got some personal stuff flying around?
Yeah, just stuff that I wouldn't tell everybody, right. And it's the same on her end, I'm assuming.
You would hope.
Yeah, because it's something that doesn't
sound necessarily to get out to everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so yeah, that's the thing, man. If you're building on some shit and you're moving forward, if it's not about building and progressing, or staying steady, then fuck it, man. If it's pushing you backwards or just keeping you stuck,
right,
then fuck it, man. You got to toss it,
Yeah, there are times, and you have to know when to walk away.
Yeah, that's true. And obviously you did, and now you're looking back, going, "Damn, I wanted that." Or that's where I wanted to be.
I mean, realizing, like I said, after all this time, I've got a great woman now. Obviously, I would not have had the other direction. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not knocking her. That's my children's mother. Yeah. But what I'm saying is what we had destroyed, whether it be me, her, me, both, doesn't matter.
Right.
It was too far gone to ever really truly repair it.
Right.
And so, and it's not a bad thing. At the time I thought it was, but it's not a bad thing. I've progressed. I've changed so much. And, like I said, I've got a great woman now. So it didn't hurt me. I mean, it did what it needed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I got shown a new light in life that, you can get over things and you can move on bigger and better.
And that's like I was saying. If that's what I was thinking of saying. Yeah, rather than chasing something that's beyond repair and broken, you go for new things that you're building on shit, man.
Well, and I think it was good for her, honestly.
Well, yeah, because that was broken and beyond repair too.
Yeah, so for her, she's progressed. She's driving now. She got herself a car out there.
Yeah.
Now she's DJ Sassy V.
Oh, okay.
I just saw that. That's the thing you were talking about the other day.
Oh, on LinkedIn, yeah, that she put up a new
so
thing.
She's got all kinds of stuff going for her. Great. I'm happy for her.
All right. Well, hopefully she sticks with it.
Yeah, hopefully it works for her.
And, it's kind of like people told me about Sluggo and Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
I've had somebody that actually picked up Stephanie recently and said that she actually looked like she lost weight. She seems like she's doing better.
Right.
So maybe it was better for her too, not just Sluggo.
Right.
So, sometimes
some people are just together, not a good combo.
Yep. Just dangerous, man.
I mean, you can have people together and they can have all these attributes that help each other, but there's that one or two things that will totally destroy everything else.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? And Shell and I were kind of that way.
Right.
Like, we had some things that really made us great. Because we did have a good on-air chemistry.
I mean, you both had the same amount of hair on your back.
Yeah. Well, her gut might have been a little bigger than mine.
Yeah, it was a lot bigger than yours.
Wow, damn. She had more gut than I did.
Oh, yes.
Darn, nigga.
But yeah,
you know, so but there were some things we really worked well at, you know, that we seemed to really vibe, you know, great on. But there were those few things that made us like oil and water, man. We just fucking
well, and I mean, everybody's got that. I mean, you know, everybody's got their different thing that, you know, you can't be exactly alike.
Well, of course not.
Because if you're exactly alike, you might as well just sit around and play with yourself. Because
but I guess our uncommonalities were
just
negatives.
too destructive.
Yeah, they were negatives. They
Right.
could have been really bad had they clashed, you know
Right.
what I'm saying, which they did. So that's kind of
Oh,
why.
I see with me and Humphrey, there's a couple negatives that I'm sure when we clash are going to be bad.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying I don't think it's detrimental to.
No, I don't think it'll be detrimental to our relationship. I just think it'll be something that, you know, we're both stubborn.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got that, man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has their, you know, like you said, nothing's perfect.
And she'll want to punch me in the throat, and I'm just too short to. She probably will miss it.
She'll probably punch you in the eye and
Yeah, hit me in the eye.
But no,
I'll bite her thigh because that's about how high I am.
Well, that's okay. You do that anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I try to as much as possible.
So anyway, but no, I think there's a certain things that just some relationships are too volatile.
Yeah, they
get in a wrong, you know, situation.
Yep, there's times to walk away and don't look back.
Yup, you got to, man.
Yep.
So, and I, as you know, I won't say what it was, but I learned something recently about one of my other exes that I'm like, whoa.
That could have been you.
Yeah, that I could have been that
That
dude.
would have been you. I shouldn't say could have. That would have been you.
Would have been me, right. So I could have been in a pretty precarious situation, and thank God I would have been a stranger in a strange land.
And that's being honest.
Yeah, and I would have, too.
Yeah.
That would
By
have been,
now, well, but it would have progressed quicker then because this was years after yours with her.
Yeah.
So you would have probably progressed within that first 2 years like hers did, or 3 years, what it's been since she's been married.
Man.
So you would have been figure about 3 years back, you would have been where he is now.
God damn. So that could have been, oh, wow. So, yeah. So say 2012, 2013?
Yeah, somewhere around there. You probably would have been in that boat.
Wow. Damn.
Then you would have been, you know.
Shit.
Probably out holding hands with other guys getting pictures, like motors.
There we go. We'll get a text message at some point, I'm sure. But
It'll take a minute to get to him.
Yeah, once the delay, you know. But yeah, like I said, there's certain shit you just don't regret at all, you know. And you're like,
and
oh,
you
man.
do.
Well, you did at the time.
You did at the time, but then as time passes by, you realize that the regret you had probably was unfounded.
Right, exactly. And now you look and you're like, damn, well, pick your poison, I guess.
Yeah, and that's really what it comes down to.
So I'm, you know, like I said, and it's not a sour grape syndrome or anything.
No.
It's just,
well, and that's what I said. You know, even with her, the dream I had, obviously, it wasn't that she was a prostitute or nothing. It was just saying that was something I didn't want to go back to.
Right. You're like,
You know,
no. You
and realizing that, you know, that things move on, and just because something looks really bad at the time, sometimes it's its own healing point to make you move and the direction you need to go.
Well, that's it. And even though you don't like it and you're going kicking and screaming, you know, it's still where you have to go.
I mean, how many kids, you know, wouldn't eat certain foods and they, you know, until you make them kick and scream and they eat it and then they love it.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah,
whoa,
I
I fought
wanna
this?
eat that.
Shit.
Hey, all except for liver. I'll agree with that.
I love
Liver
liver.
fucking blows.
Liver's fucking great.
Yeah,
man.
your liver fucking blows.
I love
it. Tastes like shit.
You ever
Literally, because that's what goes through it. Shit.
Oh.
There we go. G Motors.
It's G Motors. I think it's G Motors.
You think so?
You
better hope you're not going to play important information.
Yeah, maybe
Tootsie Toes giving out your
right.
your secret.
Maybe I better chill.
Before you open that one up.
Yeah, just because I don't know who that was.
No idea. I didn't hear the name part.
I didn't either. So I'll have to check it when we go to break here.
My guess it was Motors because it probably would have said it very fast. That's why we missed it.
Yeah, and it's just a single syllable. So.
Right.
But where was I going with this before you fucked it up?
Before I fucked it up? Motors is the one that texted you and screwed it up.
Yeah, but it's fun to blame you because
I know. Damn.
Yeah. So just the whole. Yeah, at the time, there's certain things. Oh, you were talking about liver. How about liver worst? You don't like that either, huh?
That's the worst.
Oh, I love it, man. It's good
liver.
shit. I loves me some liver.
See, and you know, more power to you because someone's got to eat the crap before it just fucking rots away. So
yeah, I love all
you
that
love
kind
it.
of shit.
Hey,
I like
it's more for you.
I like chitlins. I like fucking.
Of course, you would like chitlins.
I like all kinds of.
I mean,
shit.
you know, you're normal. The only thing you don't like is fucking cheese.
Yeah, that's some gross
normal.
shit. Oh, which reminds me. Speaking of food, I don't know how much time we got here.
You have exactly 5 minutes.
Oh, it was good. I got time to tell about my dream then.
Yes, you do.
So the other night when I was so fucking hungry and I came home and finally had a TV dinner for dinner, when I was ravenous. I really didn't get like overly pissy and hungry until probably about 8 o'clock or 8:30 that night.
Okay.
So I think I did pretty good considering.
It was a lesson for you.
But yeah, it's a lesson, all right. Fucking.
There's a Holocaust coming.
Well, here's the dream that I had. I had this dream that somehow my condo, when I walked out the door, was connected to the McDonald's up the street. The 50 style
Oh my
McDonald's.
God, you have dreams about having restaurants connected to your house.
Well, I don't know why it was like that, but either way, I
I can tell you why. You're in love with food.
I was hungry. Well, I was thinking about
And
how
what
hungry I was.
and the area it comes out of later.
So I'm there with cruise control, actually. And we're trying to decide. And I'm like, do I want my usual nuggets? And I was like, nah, you know what? I might get something else. And so for some reason, remember when McDonald's served pizza?
They did?
Oh, yeah, in like the early 90s. You don't remember that?
I don't remember. But keep in mind, it may have been an East Coast thing. I'm West Coast, not an East Coast
Oh,
thing.
it may have been, yeah. But I do remember them having pizza.
I don't ever remember McDonald's having pizza on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah, they had pizza. I remember it was the early 90s. For a while, they were giving samples. And then I think you could get like these personal.
What was it, a McPizza? I'm sure.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm sure.
And it was like, what was it? 2 slices for like $8.99. It was kind of a rip, man. It was like
At
damn.
McDonald's.
Yeah, it was at McDonald's. I remember that. The McDonald's pizzas. And because I remember they had the samples the first time I walked in there and they were giving away the samples.
You sure it just wasn't some homeless guy having you eat something fucked up and telling you this?
No, it was actually, they had samples in there. And I remember that because I went in there like, yeah, we got pizza now. And I remember somebody had told me.
Now, I know they had the that steak, egg, cheese bagel thing. Now, they don't do it on the West Coast any longer, but they do it on the East Coast.
Oh, really?
I love those fucking things.
Well, the only thing I get when I go to McDonald's is the big breakfast, but
big breakfast that's about the size of a quarter now. That one.
Yeah, that thing. It comes with an egg, a sausage.
Yeah, they used
biscuit.
to be. When I was a kid, maybe it was because I was smaller, but they seemed so much bigger then. Now they're big as fucking small.
Yeah, exactly. I can eat 2 of
Like
them.
the quarter pounders look like. What are they counting all the sesame seeds they put on it as being a part of the meat? Because it's not a fucking big hamburger any longer.
Although they put maybe we just got older. I don't know. Well, I probably
No, I'm telling you, the shit has shrunk.
So they're corporanicizing. Yeah, it's probably.
I mean, Wendy's used to have really big hamburgers. Now, and how I know that, I actually caught them doing that. I used to go get the not the McDoubles, but the doubles, the whatever they call them, double stack,
Whopper?
the double stack.
Oh, that's Wendy's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Wendy's.
Oh, okay.
And when you'd go there, you got 2 full hamburgers. The one day I went there, and this is in the part of it when they were changing things over, they took one hamburger, they cut it in half, and put it on top of each other.
Oh, you saw them doing it.
Yeah, and I walked up, I said, hey, you forgot my other hamburger. They said, no. This is the way they are now. I was like, well, this is only one hamburger. They said, well, we didn't have the new ones they sent in, which are much smaller, so we had to take the one and cut it in half. I'm like, so right there was an instant sign of downsizing.
It's a double jack, not a double stack.
Oh, double jack would be at Jack in the Box.
Oh.
Man, and you sure they had pizza at McDonald's again? Because you're not remembering anything else right here.
No, I said double jack, meaning they double jacked you.
Oh, double jack. Oh, yeah, then you're correct on that,
They
yes.
fucked you over.
Yes,
so.
they did.
But, no, in the dream, though, yeah, McDonald's had pizza. And, like, back in the old days. And I was debating, like, do I want pizza? Oh, that sounds
Do you remember them having pizza at McDonald's ever? No. So the
You
West
were too
Coast.
young. This was the early 90s when this
That
happened.
is hamster.
Oh, a hamster?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it was a West Coast thing.
Yeah, it must have been a West Coast thing.
Oh, which, by the way, hamster is the Caucasian V. I heard about your candles and coffee. Yes, that was a Caucasian V move is what that was. Oh, I know. I'm going to put some candles and coffee.
No, there was no spick and span clean dishes.
It was in that neighborhood.
Yes, you were right.
Yeah, it was. Well, because remember, G Motors called you the Caucasian V for something one time, for messing. You messed something up on the board or you tried to do something on the computer.
And you know what I'm going to call you? Out on break.
All right. We'll be right back, bitches.
Still, radio, still, radio,
what you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k. What you gotta pay to the government. Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil, I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck, 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 stuck. In your car like I'm stuck, 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 stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money. You can talk to me, you can talk to me, you can talk to me. We got what you need to get money. You can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system.
Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund. We have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul.
I love you. You are my girl.
Hip-hop bangers like. Hip-hop bangers like.
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on J&J. FM.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We think it's the banning of
We
speech
are
First Amendment protection
anonymous.
material.
And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch jerk man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Back to the STIM radio show where we're sure Maxwell Silverhammer will someday fall in love with a farm animal. Here's Maxwell.
Hey, it's the Zoozeum, man. It's the way it's going to work. Oh, by the way, G Motor says, you know what, you fuck?
Yeah, we got his message.
Because I read it on break.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that dream was crazy because I was in this whole whacked out thing of, oh, my God, I got to order. But what am I going to order? Do I want the pizza? Do I want the fucking, And so, yeah, for some reason that was a very schizophrenic dream for me.
Sounds like it was.
Like, oh my God, what am I going to order? I need to order this food now.
Did you get to order it?
No, I woke up before I could even order my food.
See? So that was on par for that whole day for
that
you.
whole night of butt fuckery.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what? When I went upstairs into my condo, I wonder if my neighbor heard me. But I open up my freezer and I go, yes, I'm going to eat food tonight.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was I was actually thinking like something fucked up would happen. Like I get home.
And your refrigerator went off.
Yep.
And your food went bad.
Yep. Or the microwave wouldn't work or some crazy shit like that.
So you did luck out a little bit.
Yeah. So at least I got to eat. Oh, I'd have been one fucking seething mad motherfucker had I not gotten to eat. Although I got an interesting story about the card that, because I had all that shit with my stolen bank card. Again, I got to give props to my bank. I mean, they did get me out a new card, lickety fucking split. But here was
lickety split.
It was lickety fucking split.
Man, that's like an old term.
So I'm still going to use
Isn't there something new you could have used? What would be new?
I don't know.
What would be a new term for that?
ASAP, man.
There you go.
Got it to me ASAP, bro. So, because everything's letters now. Yeah. TBI, man. TBD.
Everything's acronyms.
Yep. So anyway, basically what happened, and I remember when I went into that
in
bank,
case anybody out there listening doesn't know what an acronym is,
God.
It's always the first letters off of, and they try to spell something out of it or say, that's an acronym.
It's using letters.
Using letters instead of...
Like FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Right, stuff like that.
CIA, shit like that. So anyway, when I went into that banking center last Tuesday, she said, you know what, I'm going to block the card they're sending you, which I don't know why she did that. But she was like, well, this way we start off fresh and, it's a new card and we just don't want it being compromised. And so I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So because she did that, when I opened my mail on Saturday, G Motors was over. I was like, okay, I think this is my new card. Because I could feel something in the envelope there. So I pull it out and I'm like, all right, man, read me the numbers and we'll activate this card. So he does. We call the number. He reads me the numbers. And then it says, sorry, this account is closed. And I went, what the fuck? So I flipped the fuck out.
Should that made you happy?
Oh, man. Let me tell you. I was like, shit, let me call my bank. So then I call the number for my bank, and of course, all call centers are closed for the weekend. You know how that goes. All the juckle-buckery always occurs, on the weekends when you can't call and you got to wait, So, so then I had another piece of mail there, and I said, well, I wonder if this is something. And it was just on chance, I opened it, and I felt something hard in that envelope, too. So, shut the fuck up.
And it had nothing to do with
Shut
Red
the fuck
Lobster.
up.
Huh?
Yeah, I knew you were going there. I was like, you know what, motherfucker, I'm stopping you before you go there.
Shoot me down before I get in flight.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, he, well, that's what we had to tell Jeremy when your face was down there.
Really?
Shoot his nut down before it's in flight, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you go there with that. With your badass self.
Skyrockets in flight.
That's an old song.
Jeremy lays some pipe.
I don't think that's part of the song, but you can go there if you like.
Oh, I can make my own version of it now.
I'm sure you can. Man, you must have like a lot of snot in your nose tonight because you can't stop digging up there.
I do. I have a lot lot of dried boogers, man.
That's
just
nice.
Sitting up there,
Don't touch anything in here.
And
Until you wash your damn snotty fingers.
Very elusive boogers too, man. Like I reach up there, yeah, and they reach up there and they go up there further, and I'm like, God damn it. So anyway, I'm
telling you, projectile your way.
Hey, I haven't eaten it yet. You can't puke unless I eat it. That's the rule.
Yeah, you get it all right.
So anyway, so I opened up this other thing and had a card in it. So I said, let's try this one, G Motors. So then he gives me the number. Then he gives me the card number and the whole bit. So I put it all in, and then it says, "Congratulations, your card is activated." I'm like, oh, thank you. So anyway, yeah, I had 2 cards I had to cut up, my old temporary card and the card they sent that was closed.
Right.
So this mess is finally the fuck over. But, man, I'll tell you, yeah, I had that little scare for a second when they were like, the account is closed. I'm like, oh, no, more Jimby Jarliosity.
It's just the beginning.
Think so?
Yeah, you'll have more probably.
There's more ass fuckery.
Come on, this is the banks now we're working with and dealing with. They don't get anything right any longer.
My bank has never done anything fucked up to me until now.
Well, it's all starting. That's why.
I mean, is this like a nationwide
Just
thing?
a lot of changes going on with everything in this nation. You should know that by now.
Well, yeah. More stupid
lot
shit.
A lot of changes.
Like I said, unnecessary changes. I mean,
for the most part.
Well, I mean, unless you're a globalist and a rich fuck.
Well,
then it's like
I don't see any of us sitting around here like that. So
no, I guess we're going to take it in the ass.
We're going to take it in the ass.
Oh, let's make some shit happen to their bank accounts. Let's fuck them over. Let's fuck everybody over. Just give them all shit with their banks. Yeah, I think everybody I know has a bank bitch somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Even on break, I know you guys were all talking about your accounts, and for a while I was getting where I had a savings and a checking through bank, my bank, and what they started doing, and this was in their like early 2000s, and they hadn't done this before, but they started billing me if I did more than like 3 funds transfers.
Yep.
And I'm like, what kind of shit is this? It's my money. I'm being billed to use my money?
Yeah, that's what they do.
What kind of dumb shit is this?
Because it's no longer your money if they're holding it.
And then I got smart, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm closing one of those accounts and moving everything into one. That way we don't have to funds transfer anything anymore. So, then they were like, well, sir, you really shouldn't keep a savings account because it accrues interest. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, while you're paying for the shit to go over, how are you going to accrue anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Besides more debt.
It's your interest. Your interest for me to keep that open.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's more Bora Bora McDarley money for you.
Exactly what it is.
So, yeah, I said, fuck this. I'm putting it all in one account, and that's where it is. That's going to be my account I'm going to pay bills with and everything. So it's my single account. I'm not having 2 accounts.
It's working well, I'm sure.
Well, pretty much.
For the most part.
Except for the last couple snags I had with the card and what was it? Well, there was one other thing that happened. Oh, then the overdraw, but that was
just what they do now with all of them. They pen one against another and they take it out, then they put it back in.
It's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's
like I was telling your mom, I'll do it the day I get paid. That's why it's important to do it the day I get paid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
So shit doesn't
night
bounce on
before
you
we
too,
put it in
man.
the next day.
Yep.
Like we did.
And like you said, though, you got to be a bank whiz to do any of this shit.
Well, that's it. It's all done by computers. It's all figured out by rocket scientists. And, obviously it's not to protect us. It's to protect their own interest.
Yeah. It's basically computer fucking IT guys.
Yeah.
That know how to manipulate money real well.
Sure.
The guys that are probably nerds and don't know how to speak 2 words to somebody. Can't speak a sentence, but yet they run the country somehow. So, which is pretty amazing. And then they put people in place like Obama and those guys to look good and be puppets. Talk for us, please. I'm too much of a fucking idiot. I can't get up there and I sound like Bill Gates and all his Common Core. Man,
Common Core.
That shit you were showing me the other day was just fucking amazing.
You looked confused as well as I did, I'm
With
sure.
him, I mean, he sounded like the most inarticulate fuck.
Yeah.
You know, trying
for a billionaire.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this guy is a billionaire? This guy built our Microsoft. Well, though it might explain a lot of the bugs and bullshit that goes on now. Now I kind of understand why. You know, before I thought this was a very smart man that knew everything and was just on top of his game.
Right.
Oh, hell no. He's just an incorporated asshole just like the rest of them. So, and that's how he comes off.
Yep.
Just as completely incorporatent. So, but although you do see a lot of incorporatants now.
I think that the country is just falling apart, and for with that happening, nobody knows what's going on anymore. I don't even think, there's times I think that I'm not even sure they know. I don't even know if they really know what they're doing.
Well, that's it. I think they're just
maybe
hitting
it's not
buttons.
even they've got this whole thing massively planned. Maybe they're just fucking it up like anybody else would that doesn't know what the hell they're doing and trying to fix something.
Well, that's probably it. They probably think it's supposed to do one thing, and then it's doing something else, and it's like, well, wait a minute.
I mean, I believe that it's more of a plan than anything, but hey, I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, you'd think it would be. You'd like to believe.
Yeah.
The better scenario would be that
They're just fucking up and being human like we are.
No, the better scenario actually is that it's a well-planned thing.
Yeah.
Because at least then you're like, okay, at least they know what they're doing.
Right.
But now when shit's fucking up, them going, uh-oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. You're like, uh-oh, fuck.
Yeah, damn.
So
And they're running this?
Yeah, it's like you don't even know what that's what I think is going on.
Yeah, it's like getting in a car with somebody riding down the road and them going, where's the brake at again?
Yeah. Or
shit, I'm in a car with them and they're driving?
How do I turn this car off? Shit. So, yeah, now that they're at control, they're at the helm, and yet they have no...
Helm, it's funny you said that.
The helm, yes. It's
the helm.
Because it's a ship,
The Jade Helm.
Yeah, they're at the helm. They're driving. They're piloting.
Yep.
But yet they don't have a clue of what they're fucking doing. And see, that's what I'm thinking. Just because, like I said, I kind of work around that.
Right.
And I kind of have an idea because some of these people, it's like the fact they even got out of bed in the morning is amazing. And how stupid they can be about
Never
things.
fear, though. Hillary's going to pull us all out of this. She did announce her running for presidency.
Oh, great.
Yesterday or the day before, she announced that she's in the running to become our next president, hopefully our first female president.
I don't think she'll win.
Let's hope to God she doesn't.
Because it's not part of the play, man.
Well, I don't know. It could be. And the reason
be.
it could be is because Obama was the first supposable black president. That distracted everybody for a while. And if this is all a major plan, then another distraction, a great distraction, would be our first female president, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would be great. It wouldn't be great that she's president, but I'm just saying, it would be, a great move as far as in Playville.
Playville, right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am not against having our first female president.
I'm not either. Just
not
one.
fucking her.
Yeah, not her. Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they might do, because usually how it's been is, remember, there's been a Democrat for 2 terms, there's been a conservative for 2 terms.
Yeah, usually it's...
So it's kind of, that's how it's been. They may change it on us now.
Yeah, I don't think that she would make it just because everybody's so pissed off with Obama right now.
That's what I'm saying.
That I just don't think that they would put her in. But, it could be played that way by just simply stating the reason they voted her in is because they were sick of all the men that fucked it up. Now they want a woman.
Could be.
So, it can be spun any way you'd like to see it spun.
Yeah, well, she'll probably get a lot of votes just for that.
And I think, really, if I'm still alive and kicking, if she makes president, I believe I may just move from this fucking country. And I'm not kidding you.
Well, yeah, your alternative isn't much better.
Switzerland.
You got Jeb.
I want to go to Switzerland, eat a lot of chocolate, wear some fucking wooden clogs.
Oh, there we go. Switzerland?
My hair's kind of blondish. I got blue eyes. I should fit in a little bit.
Why not say Germany or somewhere?
Because I can't stand the way Germans talk. No offense to you Germans, but it's that constant
guttural.
They sound like they're angry all the time.
The guttural sound of their
their talk is just annoying to me. The same as it is with England. I can't stand the English accent.
Right. Or France.
Well, swallow the cum in your fucking mouth and talk, you dipshit.
Not all of them talk like that, though. There's some more eloquently spoken English people.
I don't find the way they speak to be eloquent at all. It really, literally makes my skin crawl.
Even like those that
they're
are,
okay.
like educated, you know?
No, there have been a couple that I've seen that weren't that bad, but for the most part, English accent, it drives me nuts.
I mean, I know what you're saying. That really thick. Right now, what are you doing? You
yeah,
know, that,
yeah.
That's
I mean,
too much.
They just sound like a couple drip asses trying to fucking speak something that's foreign to me.
Oh, we're gonna piss off all the English people.
Sorry about that, limeys.
Sorry, limeys. But yeah, that's wow. Yeah, you might. Never really considered, like, would I really have to leave the country?
Well, I mean, it's really. I mean, you say, well, what are the alternatives? I don't know, but I know that if this country keeps going the direction it is, what wouldn't be a good alternative?
Well, then or you get Jebby.
I mean, at least,
Jeb Bush.
At least, you know, moving to another country may guarantee I'm not eating GMO food.
True. Yeah. Well,
and you know, I might begin to remember what food really tastes like again.
You're gonna you're gonna uproot all talk to Switzerland?
Oh no! Fuck
wow.
all talk and stay here. I'll be in Switzerland. Let someone else run this thing. I'll just call the shots from there and fly back in my private jet once in a while.
You can be a jucklebuck, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm living in Switzerland now.
Yeah, I'll eat chocolate and fucking wear clogs.
So you thought it was chocolate?
Yeah. What?
It's actually, well, if you're going to be a Corporanicon, you have to learn to enjoy the taste of feces.
Really?
So yeah, it's kind of like it looks like melted chocolate.
Being poor, I learned to like the taste of feces because I'm getting shit and shoved in it constantly.
Well, there you go, man.
So what's the difference at this point?
Well, as long as you learn to indulge in that, then you're all right, man.
You know, I want to be in history books someday for at least something.
Well, there you go.
So I got to work on
the guy who left the country.
Well, I know I got to work on from another country the guy that actually turned radio the way it is nowadays.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I did do this. You know, internet was the way. I was the first one to pay. Me and my business partner, we set the standard for what internet radio was.
Huh, interesting. And this has now become...
Internet radio's huge.
I mean, obviously you got Spotify and you got...
I mean, they've done their own spins, but when we first started internet radio, we were the first ones to do internet radio.
Right.
There were people that had done archives at the time, stuff like that. They would record something, they would set it up on a site or whatever, but nobody was truly doing radio the way radio was done through terrestrial. And we actually built it. I built a whole format around it. We figured out how to run it, how to make it go, how to send out the signals, do all that stuff. And this is back in the early 2000s.
That's true. It's living radio. It's not just like Spotify is just,
programmed. It's just programs played through a computer. I mean, actually being ran live, recorded later, put it up on the site. We broke down all that stuff and figured out how to make it work.
And now it's in broadcast.
I mean, think about it. Radio's everywhere. There's thousands of them now.
Yeah.
We were the very first ones.
Damn, you might be the very last ones, too.
Yeah, maybe.
Because all these other ones are kind of taking it in the cold.
And like I said, not tooting my horn at all, but hey, I did change radio.
You know, I'm interested. I'm going to have to look and see what some of these around
There was one that tried to claim that they did it about 6 months before us. And it was a station that actually tried to buy us out.
Oh.
But they try to claim that they did it 6 months, but as you go back and you look at the back records, you'll see that All Talk was first. All Talk was actually almost a year before theirs.
Oh. So they're falsifying history, man. Now I'm going to have to look up some of these local stations, the ones that I knew of, and see if they're even around anymore. Like, I know the one is, the LV Rocks or whatever.
LV Rocks was out after us. But
that's the thing too. When somebody found out about that, they told me about it. Like, hey man, there was another trying to pull me away from All Talk.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When we first put it up, there was a lot that tried to mimic us quickly, instantly.
Oh yeah,
there was a couple, and they didn't. KLAV being one of them. Well, there was the first 3 years I think it was after we had started a radio station.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there was a lot that tried to mimic us in the very beginning, but they didn't know how to do some of the stuff we were doing. And it just, over time, it's like anything else. Eventually, people will pick up what you're doing and figure it out and do it themselves. But like I said, we had write-ups. We were talked about on CNN. There was a lot of different things that we were covered on for being the first internet radio station. And now they're giving it to other people, and I'm going to change that. I was one of the first, and damn well I deserve the kudos for that part of it. Don't give it to some other fucking corporation. Bullshit.
Of course. You know how they always do it. Oh,
Yeah.
Dick Lurp this corporation. They put
You know-
millions of dollars in our pocket.
And no matter how much me and Million still don't talk, he deserves kudos for that too. We both took a chance and saw something and did it.
Well, what sucks is he kind of ran away from it.
Yeah, he tried to spin it back away from what we were doing originally. He wanted to go back to just pretty much podcasting, archiving, and we were actually putting all that stuff up and something similar to podcasts before podcasts were around. It was called archiving, and we actually built it into a format that nowadays is exactly what Apple does.
That's funny. That's why they all tell you to get on iTunes. Get your
We
stuff on iTunes.
we actually, if we would have followed through with one of the first ideas we had, we actually would have had the very first Facebook, but it would have been an audio. We actually built a little thing where I told him, I said, everybody should be able to put these little audio clips up. I said, and people could conversate back and forth that way. People with friends and neighbors that haven't seen each other in a while could actually build a page, and from their cell phones at the time, which were becoming huge, they could call in and do a little clip from anywhere they were at, and it could go up, and they could send it over from their page that we build for them that they all would get for free.
Like a social networking site.
A social networking site, but it would have been audio at the time. It would have been little audio clips, which you could have also went on and typed back and forth and stuff. And we were actually building it. We had it built for the most part. But me and him came to blows on the fact that I said it should be free, and he said we should charge a monthly fee.
Of course.
Yeah, and we actually had it to where you would talk on the cell phone, and the minute you would instantly hang up, it would upload to the page that was built for you singly, like you would go on like Facebook is now.
Right.
It would go into a section, and then your friends could go and listen to it, or you could move it over to them, or you could send it. It was Facebook, but it had audio added to it.
Huh. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a great fucking idea, and had we launched that off, we probably would have been the first Facebook sort of thing.
Yeah, well, social networking with voice.
Social networking with voice, yeah.
Well, there was one guy who tried to, actually the guy that was here, the billionaire mafia guy.
Uh-huh.
Remember that? They tried to make like a little Facebook or MySpace or some kind of page?
Yeah, they were trying to do their thing. But we had that done years before MySpace was even out.
I remember that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, we had that, and it was totally cool. I mean, the way it ran, it was built off of a little network thing that we had. It would actually, like I said, you would talk on your cell phone. It would go into, I forget what the system was we used.
They do now with podcasts, when you can upload
except for it was on your cell phone. You could only do like 5-minute segments.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted to just send something up, most of them would have been, we were testing it. We were going back and forth, and we had the page built to where I would go say something. He would be on the page, go check it out, and we would share it around and shit. And it was working great. I mean, it was a great fucking executed plan. It's just greed overcame what he wanted. He wanted to charge everybody a start-out fee of $5 a month or $29, and we went back and forth. And I'm like, look, I'm telling you right now, if we make it for free, you're going to get tons of people. I said, we sell advertising on this. Oh, no, if I'm going to do this, I want cash right instantly, blah, blah. And we had a big disagreement, so it went to the wayside. We just kind of both disagreed on which way it should go, so we trashed it.
Wow. Man,
I may have been Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he could have been the Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I would have been the George Carson, that everybody hated.
Yeah, I'd be like, fucking George Carson.
That the NSA would be like, hey, we're going to get all your shit and track everybody through it.
This site hasn't been doing what it's supposed to do.
Right.
Although I'm sure Zuckerberg's getting a nice little chunk now for sharing his information with the government. Making everything available to everybody.
But everything happens for a reason. I wasn't meant to be that guy.
Exactly. See,
so what I did do. I'm proud of I'm proud of my accomplishments.
This is a better idea anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't went as big as I would like to see it as of yet, but I'm running a total helm of it now, so maybe it will.
Well, that's it. You're watching it and you're making it happen.
That's right.
That's all there is to it, bitches. Anyway, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm GJ Zuckerberg Jerkman.
And that's the story there, bitches. See ya.